Today we wanted to talk a little bit about what makes BluePoint Security different from all of the other AV companies out there. We know that there are hundreds and hundreds of products to choose from. There's a new AV company seemingly every couple of months or so. So it's a pretty daunting list of products. And it's almost become, AV has almost become a commodity, and it really shouldn't be that way. You read the product testing and prevention tests and remediation tests, and one week McAfee's doing great, and the next week Symantec's doing great. So it kind of seems to change a little bit here and there on a month-over-month basis, but in the end you really end up with these products are fairly similar in design and operation when it comes down to it. So let's talk a little bit about BluePoint Personal Edition specifically. You'll notice we don't splash the word BluePoint antivirus or anything like that all over our product, and there's actually a reason for that. We don't really consider our product a dyed-in-the-wool antivirus product. Of course, we have scanning, removal, and cleanup, but we really consider that that's not really the pinnacle reason for our software. The real reason that BluePoint was invented is because most of the AV products out there on the market are really not cutting it when it comes to the prevention side of things. They're pretty good at cleaning up messes that have already happened, but when it comes to preventing a mess from happening, not so good. So let's talk a little bit about how we got here, where we're going. We know, you can head over onto Wiki. Wiki has a pretty good timeline here of viruses and worms and things like that that have come out over the past 30 years or so. And you can see there's a long distinguished history of outbreaks right back into the 70s and probably earlier than that. It's been going on. It's still going on. We've already got a good start here in 2010. There's been more incidents than are listed here, but it's just a good basic timeline. We head on over to CNN. Back in 2000, we had the good old I Love You virus that infected millions of computers, wreaked havoc worldwide. So that was 10 years ago. Now we fast forward over to 2009, and we had Comficker. You start to ask yourself, where is the similarity between these two incidents? These incidents are pretty similar. Millions of infected computers worldwide. Companies having to clean up, consumers having to clean up. What's changed? What's changed in 10 years? We believe that not much has changed, especially on the consumer side. We're still dealing with these incidents that are very similar to past incidents. It seems like we should be moving forward, and these things should, at the very least, be lessening. Most of the data shows that, unfortunately, these incidents are often more common than they were in the past. So we know there's a problem. We know there's a problem out there. Many of the security companies, even themselves, have become complacent, stating, well, malware, viruses, things like that are just a part of life. And almost all the AV companies we hear quoting all the time that, oh, there's no 100% protection. There's no way to completely guarantee that you'll never be infected. And while we sort of agree with that, it really seems like a cop-out. It seems like they've sort of given up. We know they're researching new malware every day, but are they really looking into ways to actually sort of solve the problem? We look at the malware incidents that are going on worldwide as really a problem that needs to be solved. So we know now some of the history that's been going on for 20 or 30 years now.